What's up, everybody? It's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day today, and welcome to the Giants postgame show. Unfortunately, the San Francisco Giants lose this one 6-5. It was a heartbreaker. This was tough to lose it on a game winner. Andrew Knapp comes up with the game-winning single in the bottom of the ninth off Wendy Peralta, and the Giants drop this one 6-5. Now, the good news here is that you have to feel good about how the Giants finished the road trip, considering it had gotten off to a rough start, dropping the first two games in Miami. The Giants were able to respond, winning the final game in Miami, and then they won the first two games of this series, so they secured the series victory, and we had a great chance today to take the sweep. We had some missed opportunities in this one. Anthony DeSclafani got the start for your Giants, and he has been fantastic this season. Today, he did struggle a bit, going 4 innings. He allowed the big 3-run home run early in the game. It was actually Mickey Monaik's first major league home run, so congratulations to him on that big 3-run blast early in this game. But what you have to love is that we also saw the Giants show that resilience and their ability to come back in games. Yesterday's game, they came back from a 4-run deficit, and in today's game, they were down twice in this game, down 3. They were down 3-0, and they were down 4-1. And let's go to this top of the 7th inning. What a moment that was in the game as Darren Ruff, the former Philadelphia Philly, comes up with 2 men on base, and in an 0-2 count, drives a 3-run blast to tie the game up at 4, and we are feeling great. It was Darren Ruff's 3rd home run of the season, and then later in the inning, Alex Dickerson would give the Giants a 1-run lead with a nice line drive single up the middle, and we would go up 5-4. Welcome in, Jordan fan, to the post-game show. How are you doing today? This was a tough one. Again, missed opportunities, and, we had a great chance to get the sweep today. But, we have to shake this one off. A tough 1-run, torturous loss here. But again, the Giants, finish out the road trip 3-3, and that's really good considering they had started the road trip 0-2. And so, Giants are still, you really have to like where we are right now at 11-7. We got Robert in the house. Welcome to the post-game show. Great to see you as always, Robert. Giants showed a lot of character. Absolutely. And that's what I love so much watching this Giants team. You never feel like they're out of any ball games. And so whether, it could be a 4, 5-run or 6-run deficit, you have the confidence that this team is going to come back, and they can do so in many different ways. This year, they have been doing such an exceptional job of hitting home runs. And now if we can get the bats to start waking up, and so far in the last 2 games now, the bats have come alive. Yesterday's big offensive outburst, 10 runs, and today they got 5 runs on 11 hits. So now the offense is starting to roll. But how incredible is it that you have the faith and belief that no matter what the score could be, you're never out of any ball game. And that's how I feel watching the Giants. I never feel like they're out of any game. And that makes it extremely fun, because more often than not, we are going to be playing some very close and tight ball games. Seems the offense has returned. Yep, that's the good thing. Back-to-back games here, they have put together double digits in the hits in the hit column. So that's been fantastic. And let's see if we can keep it going as we return home to take on the Marlins and Rockies. So should be a good homestand to pick up some wins and, try to let's keep on trying to close that gap on the Dodgers. We're still just 3 games back of LA. We got Vincent Preston in the house. Welcome to the post-game show. How are you doing today? Yeah, this was a tough loss. So we got to shake this one off. We are feeling confident. We are ready to go into the homestand tomorrow. And so it's going to be fun to get back to Oracle Park. So it's going to be awesome. Yep, let's sweep the Marlins. Absolutely, we can do it. And let's get some revenge. You know, the series in Miami certainly did not go the way we would have liked. We had the heartbreaking loss on Saturday when Slater hit the big 3-run home run in that game. So it's going to be awesome here to take on the Marlins. Spencer Howard looked great, as well as Zach Eflin. Yeah, give credit to Zach Eflin. He did a nice job today, going at 6 innings. And did allow a lot of hits. Giants were able to tag him for 7 hits in this game, but just 1 earned run charged to Zach Eflin, and he picked up 3 strikeouts in this one. And we held Harper to 1 RBI in this series. That is fantastic. To hold a guy as potent as Bryce Harper is to just 1 RBI. Tremendous job by this Giants pitching staff to neutralize Harper and to not allow him to do, that much damage. And so, yeah, Giants played very well in this series and came very close to sweeping the Phillies. And so, yeah, but we had like 500 hits. Yeah, you guys did. The Phillies did have an exceptionally a lot of hits in this series. And, they were definitely putting the pressure on us. And Giants, we have so much depth. And, let's get into, some unfortunate news today as Donnie Barrels did suffer a right calf strain running the bases in the late innings. So he was taken out of the game. And, I'm not sure exactly how much time Donnie Barrels is going to miss. But right calf strain, I want to say maybe a week or something, but I don't know exactly how much time he'll be out. But that's a tough blow because this offense, we talked about how the bats had been struggling to get it going. The last 2 games, though, the bats have come alive. But now to have Donnie Barrels go down, that's tough. Very tough because, he is arguably our best hitter. He has been having a monster season. And ever since coming to the Giants in 2019, he has just been so fantastic. So praying for a speedy recovery for Donnie Barrels and, that he'll be back out there as quickly as possible. And also Brandon Crawford, I believe, did experience some soreness in his right side. So I'm not sure exactly how severe that is for Crawford and whether or not he'll be missing any time here. But again, the fact that the Giants have incredible depth, this is huge because, if Donnie Barrels is going to have to miss a few starts, you have La Stella that can start at second. You have Wilmer Flores who could start. And, of course, Flores had the big 3-run home run in yesterday's game. And Flores came back today with a multi-hit game going 2 for 4. And so the Giants have options. We have guys that we can pencil in there. And, we have confidence that we're not going to lose that much production in the lineup. And so, we got to keep the bats going here. Giants did steal a win from Bragdon. Was great before last night's outing. What a game that was for the Giants last night. I loved it for us to rough up Bragdon there in that 8th inning. And Vincent, Bragdon did grow up a Giants fan, a California native, and he did admit that, he was a bit starstruck facing the Giants. And so, that worked out well in our favor for Bragdon. In high school, guys like Crawford, Belt, and Posey were on the Giants. So you had to imagine for Bragdon, definitely a starstruck moment for him to face the childhood team that he grew up rooting for. And so we got that big win. That was absolutely incredible to get that one last night. We needed that. So yeah, it was a good series. Vincent, going up against your Phillies, and it was a lot of fun. As long as we take every series, we will prevail. Absolutely. That is the mindset. And, even though we had dropped the series in Miami, we got right back on track in this series, won the series. And so that is the key. Even though we lose heartbreaker here in the last game, Harper's average went from 220 to 360 and 500. Yeah, Harper. So yeah, I don't have the exact numbers pulled up with Harper's numbers in this series, but Giants did do a good job of neutralizing him for the most part, and yeah, not allowing him to do any big time damage. For Flores, playing second base will provide some power. Yep, absolutely. When you look at between Donnie Barrels and Flores, I think Flores is has probably a little bit more power. And so that will be nice to see that from Flores. And yeah, we saw it last season. Flores coming up with a lot of big time clutch home runs. Phillies have 6 injured players. And how about Nick Maton and Monique coming up to help? Yeah, those guys did a good job for your Phillies, Vincent. Yeah, I was impressed. Nick or Moniak, that 3-run home run for his first bomb, and Nick Maton that we saw in the series. It looks like a pretty nice player. So yeah, you guys got some, exciting talent, and good. Best of luck to you the rest of the season. Good game, but bullpen. We got Jimmy Plant in the house. Welcome to the post-game show. Good game, but bullpen again choking. Yeah, it was tough. Today, Camilo Duvall, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Of course, the Giants had taken a 5-4 lead in the top of the 7th. The former Philly Darren Ruff with a big 3-run blast in that 7th inning, and did so on an 0-2 count. And then Alex Dickerson would give the Giants a 1-run lead. And I do like the decision from Kapler to pitch Camilo Duvall in that 7th inning because, it is kind of sort of an open tryout in that we are trying to figure out who is going to be, say the 7th inning guy, and, who is really going to lock down these high leverage situations in this bullpen. Of late, it appears that Tyler Rogers is locking down the 8th inning, and we know Jake McCheese, our closer, he has got it locked down in the 9th inning. And I do think Camilo Duvall could be our 7th inning guy. But today, yeah, he gave up a big home run to Bryce Harper. And so, those things are going to happen sometimes. And for Camilo Duvall, has such incredible stuff. A blazing fastball that can go 100 miles an hour, and a filthy slider. And I do believe Camilo Duvall is going to, develop and work his way into, really being a clutch reliever to go to in those big time situations. As long as the starters keep us in the game, we will win the majority of the games. Absolutely, I agree. I'm with you, Robert. Our starting rotation has been so incredible this season, and I do think they will keep us in a lot of games. And with our bullpen, the bullpen has still been pretty solid this season. And so, I know the bullpen can be better, and we've had some games that we've blown, but bullpen is still improving, and the offense is starting to get it going. And I definitely, the Giants are never out of any games because the offense has that ability to come from behind, and they have shown that resilience. And so that's what you love. The Giants have found multiple different ways to win ball games this year. And even a lot of our losses this year have been, close ball games. It's not like that teams have been beating up on us at all. More often than not, we have been in all of these games, and we have been winning most of them. So that has been really awesome to see. Bragdon, he had not allowed a run until facing his childhood team, and we were able to rough him up for 6 runs. Giants are extremely underrated, but I don't think they will make playoffs ugly. I have to respectfully disagree with you, Vincent. I believe the Giants are for sure going to make the playoffs. That's my opinion. I believe for sure we are making the wild card, and I do believe that the Giants have a chance to compete with the Dodgers for first place in the division. And yes, that is right. I am making that statement right now. I believe the Giants can compete with the Dodgers for first place and potentially overtake the Dodgers for first. So yeah, I've been, following the Giants and seeing how this team plays. And yeah, a lot of people from the rest of MLB or the league have been giving the Giants a lot of credit or respect. And so, I think we're going to prove all the naysayers wrong, and all the doubters that think that this Giants team can't make the playoffs. They absolutely can, and I believe they will. But appreciate the thought as always. So we'll see what ends up happening. Can't wait for the shimmy Johnny Cueto to return. Absolutely, we can't wait for Cueto to come back. He has been so spectacular this season, and we definitely need him. And so, yeah, it's going to be so huge. And you just love the shimmy. The shimmy is so much fun to watch. And now Cueto has even incorporated a triple shimmy. And so that's been amazing. La Stella keeps on making hard contact, which is a good sign. Absolutely. La Stella, he has been getting it going. Did pick up a base hit today, going 1 for 5, and he's now hitting 282 on the season. And in yesterday's game, did get his first home run as a Giant, a 2-run blast. And with Solano, with the right calf strain, it's good that we have La Stella here, that we can pencil him in. And, we know that we're going to be getting quality at-bats going. Just call up Ramos. He's insane. Yeah, I know a lot. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been, wanting to see Ramos get called up. And I think, we're still probably a few more months from get called up. He has been raking over at the Giants alternate site, and with the AAA season set to start, I believe May 6th. So I think you will see the Giants call up Helio Ramos probably in July or August. And with, the outfield, Dickerson is starting to get it going. Yastrzemski still, he has been kind of trying to get it going, battling the hand injury. Slater, of course, he's been coming up with some big hits this year, and the big 3-run home run the other day. And Darren Ruff, a big 3-run home run, his 3rd home run of the season. And so right now, I think, the Giants outfield is, pretty stacked, and we got a lot of depth there. So, yeah, I think, we're still probably a couple months from seeing Ramos, but I'm so incredibly excited once Ramos gets called up. Because, I believe he has the potential to be a really special player for us, and, could be a superstar, and you just be an exceptional player in our outfield. The Phillies should be a top 10 offense, but injuries, strikeouts, and runners left on base have killed us. Yeah, I think when I look at from your perspective, looking at the Phillies, yeah, I think, they got a good lineup. When you look at guys like McCutchen, Bryce Harper, of course, and then, now you're seeing these young guys in there, Moniak that we saw, and Maton. Yeah, those guys look really good. And so, I think your guys' offense, Vincent, they have the potential to be pretty solid this year. And so, yeah, it should be intriguing. And I do think, yeah, they have probably left a lot of men on base. Very bold, not enough for me to see yet anything's possible, though. I just think Padres and Mets or Braves are guaranteed the 2 wild card games. Yeah, so I appreciate all the thoughts, but yeah, that's what we love to break it down and share our opinions. And so, yeah, I'm sticking with my prediction. I think Giants will overtake the Padres in the wild card. And yeah, I think we can compete with the Mets or Braves as well for the wild card. And yeah, I think Giants can even potentially overtake the Dodgers for first. I don't think anyone thought we would be in second right now, and no one thought we would be taking that series from the Padres. So to me, the Giants have proven that they have got what it takes to not just, compete and get that wild card, but they have proven they have the ability to potentially overtake the Dodgers for first place. Yet the Giants, without a doubt, will make the playoffs. I would be willing to bet big time. I mean, I don't bet or do anything like that, but in my opinion, I think this team for sure is getting the wild card without a doubt. To me, they have looked so impressive this early in the season. And, we haven't even gotten to the best of how good this Giants team can be, yet they still have managed to win 11 games. And we've blown like 3 games this year. I mean, the Giants could very easily have the same amount of wins as the Dodgers because we have blown 3 games this year. So, very excited to see how the rest of the season is going to play out. On paper, the Phillies are a better team, but will not make the playoffs most likely. We need a center fielder. Just call up Duel from the alternate site, please. Yeah, so I don't know too much about Duel, but it appears to be, I think, seems like a exciting young player. And so, that'll be intriguing when the Phillies decide to call him up. And Phillies, they're an interesting team. They definitely have got a lot of work to do. And so, I mean, if I had to make a prediction, do I think they will make the playoffs this year? Maybe. I'm not going to say that I think they will, but right now, it's still a work in progress. And so, we'll see what happens for you guys. And, best of luck to your Phillies, Vincent. Let's see. Never count the Giants out. They have a winning attitude. Everyone can contribute on the team. They never rely on one player. That is absolutely so true. You never know who is going to be the hero on this Giants team. Like any given day, someone is coming through with a big home run. Whether on a day like today, it was Darren Ruff. The other day, you had Austin Slater. You got Wilmer Flores. You have so many players that can step it up in those big time situations. And that's what a winning team does. They never rely they never rely too much on any one player. They can get significant contributions up and down the lineup and all throughout even the rotation. They've been so spectacular. And, to the point where Logan Webb has, been the weak link in the rotation. But, he's not been obviously like awful. He's just been, okay and improving. And I think that's a testimony to how, deep this rotation is, and that, one of our young guys is the weak link. And the rotation's been so spectacular. On paper, though, Giants are outperforming right now. Yep. If you look at on paper going into this season, not a lot of teams expected the Giants to be in the playoff hunt. And I'm extremely happy to see how well this Giants team is playing. And I believe before the season, and I made the prediction that this Giants team would go 92-70 and make the wild card. And so I loved seeing the Giants here performing early on in the season. The only weak spot in our lineup is center field. So I believe I'm not sure what position. What is it? Moniak, the young guy for you guys. And then you also got Maton as well. I believe he is an infielder. You got a lot of good players in that lineup. Let's see here. You got it pulled up. Nice. So that's right. Hoskins, forgot to mention him. I mean, he is such a great talent. I remember a few years ago when he was really getting it going with the Phillies. JT Realmuto, the catcher, of course, acquired from the Marlins. He was a big time catcher there. Baum, we saw him hit a home run in this series. Didi Gregorius, he is on the injured list. Segura as well. I remember him with Milwaukee. You got a pretty absolutely. You guys got a good lineup there, Vincent, and so it should be a lot of fun to see how the Phillies end up finishing out the season. I will take the Giants lineup though. To me, I love this Giants lineup. up and down, when you go through, with Mike Yastrzemski, Austin Slater, Alex Dickerson, Brandon Crawford, Evan Longoria, Donnie Barrels, Brandon Belt, Buster Posey, Wilmer Flores, Darren Ruff. So you got so many guys in this Giants lineup up and down. And of course, we have been one of the best teams this year, hitting the long ball and hitting home runs. And now if we can start picking it up, stringing together more hits and getting on base more, we can definitely really take off. And this offense is really going to be good. And, I said that going into this year that, the offense, I thought the Giants offense was going to build from the incredible season we had last year and improve this year. So far, in the home run department, we have definitely done that. But in terms of, stringing together hits and hitting for average more, we can certainly do better in that regard. Maton was called up way too prematurely. I hope he is the real deal, though. Yeah, he's an intriguing player. And so, it'll be exciting to continue to follow his development there. Dubon hit the ball great today. He lost another hit. Being Flores was forced out at second. Dubon will come around in due time. Absolutely, Dubon is going to get it going. And that was big to have a game like today for his confidence. Yeah, he definitely should have had 2 hits. I remember that play, Flores. The ball had fallen in front of Harper in right field, and Flores was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place between second and first. And so Flores, he got forced out at second. But yeah, it would have been another hit for Dubon. So Dubon now, his average 143. So yeah, Dubon, I'm confident he'll get it going. Has had, a rough start to the season. And, with the Giants having a lot of, or in the outfield, you have Slater, Yastrzemski, and Dickerson. So yeah, Dubon is kind of been giving him some mental breaks here. And so let's hope he can, start picking it up. I'm just saying we have more proven guys. So that's why I respectfully say the Phillies have a better lineup. I just think there's a reason the Phillies lineup is better, according to our analysts. Will see. Yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from, Vincent. If we're looking at, accolades, the Giants, definitely there are some guys in this lineup that, aren't necessarily proven, but yeah, definitely depends on, who you're talking to. In my opinion, I think this Giants lineup is better. And, they still can be better. But when you look at the Phillies lineup, a lot of proven guys. And so, yeah, I definitely, agree with you there in that Phillies got a lot of, proven guys in the lineup. And so, yeah, we'll see what ends up happening here. And for the Giants' sake, I'm just excited to see us erupt the way that we have the last 2 games. The bats have come alive, and we have been needing them to come alive for quite some time. And if you look at the proven guys, Longoria and Posey, Dickerson, who, has been so spectacular for us. And this year Dickerson has, struggled to start the season. But he's a guy that when he gets it going, he can carry a team on his back. And so, yeah, this Giants lineup is still very potent, and especially with the long ball. And yeah, I think the Giants lineup will, they will get it going even more. And so, hopefully here, these 2 games, have jump started us to really pick it up and get going. Plus the Phillies were top 10 in every offensive category last year. By the way, I love Alex Dickerson. Appreciate that thought. The shout out for Dickerson. Yeah, he is so much fun to watch out there, and he has a great approach at the plate, and he can crush some baseballs. He can hit for some power, Alex Dickerson. And yeah, absolutely, that's true. Phillies were definitely very good offensively last year. And yeah, I think, the Phillies, I think, last couple of seasons, I think a lot of high expectations for that team. And I mean, when you look at, signing Harper, trading for Realmuto, they have McCutchen, and they have a great mix of some young guys in there. And so, yeah, Phillies have got a very good lineup. And yeah, I think for them, probably the pitching could improve. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens. The analysts know nothing about the intensity and heart of the Giants. Yeah, that is so true. Robert definitely could not have hit the nail on the hammer. That's what the analysts don't tell you. All the analysts, whatever type of metrics they put on the Giants, they don't give us the benefit of the doubt. And this Giants team is far better than what any of the analysts are predicting them to be. And yeah, you cannot measure heart and intensity. And this Giants team has got it better than anyone out there, if you ask me. I mean, the way that they play for each other out there, and lifting each other up, and always just really balling out and playing as hard as they possibly can. And yeah, you've seen the resilience. There were definitely a lot of times in games this year that it could have been easy for this Giants team to give up. And, they never gave up. They just kept on fighting and pulling it through. And so that's what I love. I love watching the heart of this team. And, the heart of this team, I think, really will, help them to compete with the Dodgers, and so it'll be that extra that we need to get us over the top, to be able to potentially take that division title once and for all from the Dodgers. So let's make it happen this season. Let's just say all the YouTubers. What I'll say again, it depends on who you ask about, opinions regarding where this Giants team can go and how good they can be. But if you ask me and you look at just how well this team has been playing this year, and with the starting rotation, every single guy has been lights out. And then you go through, of course, the lineup. I mean, we know that the lineup can be better. And despite that, we've still been winning a ton of games this year, thanks to some timely hitting some long balls. And then the bullpen, of course, they have looked very good this year, and outside of a few blowouts. So to me, the fact that the Giants haven't even looked their best, and they can still improve with the lineup, with the bullpen. To me, the Giants haven't even gotten to the best that they can be. And when the Giants really start to roll this season, I think you're really going to start to see them pull ahead in the wild card race, and be able to keep pace with the Dodgers. And that's a big key, for us right now, early in the season. We don't want to fall too far behind the Dodgers. As long as we can stay within striking distance, in my opinion, we got a good chance to offset them for that division title. Once we become buyers this year, we are going to the World Series. Absolutely. I love it. I love the optimism, and it is a very realistic possibility. And so, the Giants to go to the World Series this year, definitely in the realm of possibility. And, you have to say that based on what we've seen from this Giants team this year. And again, you look at the 2010, 12, and 14, none of those Giants teams on paper looked like that, that they were going to go to the World Series. And even those teams, they did struggle. The 2010 Giants team was actually just one game over 500. I think 79 games into that season. And then they went on an insane run in July, and that really propelled us in the playoff race that season. And so, when I look at this Giants team this year, they are going to surprise a lot of people, I think, and not just getting to the wild card. I mean, if they get to the wild card, we have confidence that, we can pitch Gosman or Cueto or Discofani. So we have guys to go to in that one game playoff. We have the veteran experience, postseason experience. And I think whoever we would have to face in a playoff series, I think they are not going to want to see the Giants. And I think the Giants could definitely make it a really tight series, and, give whatever team they play, a run for their money. So it's going to be awesome. We got Baby Wardy in the house. So let's see. Giants won't. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree here. So in my opinion, Giants without a doubt are going to make the wild card. I'm making this prediction excuse me, based on what I've seen from this Giants team this year, in my opinion, the Giants without a doubt are making the wild card, and I think they will finish ahead of the Padres. But appreciate the thoughts. I appreciate everybody sharing your predictions. How you think the Giants will do this year. 29-31 last year. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be a 500 team this year, in my opinion. Definitely not. We're a better team than we were last year. And I mean, last year we blew so many games, and this year we've been doing a better job not blowing as many games. So in my opinion, with how great the rotation has been, the bullpen has been improved. We've been hitting more home runs this year. And looks like the offense the last 2 games now is starting to get it going. So yeah, to me, the Dodgers better start. I know the Dodgers aren't worried technically per se because they have great confidence in who they are, but the Giants are proving that that they are going to make it tough for the Dodgers. It's not the Dodgers are not just going to run away with this division. I think the Giants are going to be within striking distance. Right now, 3 games back of the Dodgers. I think we can keep pace with them. And yeah, we always play the Dodgers tough. So those wins that we get against the Dodgers will be so huge because if we're within striking distance, we can kind of close the gap a bit more to try to overtake first place. So we got a shout out to Nick here. So Giants are yet far better than a 500 team. Their pitching is great, playing great defense and starting to hit. Absolutely, in my opinion, this Giants team, without a doubt, is better than a 500 team, and they've shown that early in the season. Again, the rotation's been so exceptional. Each guy that is taking the ball, has been lights out. The bullpen has been certainly improved, and defensively, we have gotten much better than where we were last season, and that is big, to have the defense coming through and, holding these 1-run games this year, as we have won a lot of torturous 1-run ball games, as we love it. Giants baseball torture, and so we have been making it happen. We we're not always going to agree here with everyone, so appreciate the thoughts. And Braves, Mets, Dodgers, Padres, Cardinals, who do the Giants make it over? In my opinion, they make it over the Braves, over the Mets, and over the Padres. To me, I think, Giants are better than those teams, and they will finish the end of the season ahead of those teams. I know Cardinals are very good, and so, I won't go as far to say that they'll finish ahead of them, but I think still possible, and Dodgers still possible. To me, I know it's still early in the season, but I am sticking to my preseason prediction that the Giants would go 92-70, and I think that will be good enough, maybe to get the second wild card, maybe the first wild card, but I think they got what it takes. I totally get where you're coming from, Vincent. Of course, as a Phillies fan, and when you look at the Phillies on paper, even though it's still early in the season, definitely we can reevaluate this particular conversation as we get to later in the season, and reassess everything as a whole. We have yet vastly improved bullpen from last year. If we had McGee last year, we would have won it all. Absolutely, I agree. I'm with you, Robert. I think this Giants team last year, I think they would have been able to win the World Series in that shortened season. Crazier things have happened. And so, in a shortened season, I think we could have potentially taken out the Dodgers and we could have went all the way. Last year's team really exceeded expectations, and what a year it was. And so I'm just excited that, we get this opportunity this year to potentially, upset the Dodgers in a playoff series. So let's make it happen. 4-3 playoff odds. Or playoff odds to the 4.3 to the Mets 90%. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree on that. To me, Giants playoff odds are definitely I would say probably 60-70% right now, based on how they have looked so far this season. Please, everyone, please be respectful in the chat. I do not want to have to block anybody here, but please be respectful of everyone. We are here to, I want people to feel like they can share their opinions, and, we're not here to, we're not here to bash people's opinions. That's not what we're, doing here at all. We're here to talk baseball. So please be respectful in the chat to everybody. Please be respectful. Because we don't want, this chat, there's no room for any negativity whatsoever. We got Nolan in the house. How are you doing today? Appreciate you checking into the show. The Giants, they're not going to lose 5 consecutive games. Absolutely not. With how good the rotation is, I mean, every single game the Giants are in, they are close ball games. The Giants are proving to the rest of the league we mean business, and we are making a run to the playoffs. We are going to make it happen. It is going to happen. And so we are going to be wrapping up the post-game show here shortly. But before we do, as always, we are going to get to our picks of the game. And so let me know if you would like to share your pick of the game. And if you happen to be watching this stream later, we'd love to hear your thoughts and reactions to this game. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Always love to hear what everyone is thinking out there and what you think so far of this Giants team and what they have accomplished this year. So really appreciate that. Appreciate it a lot, Vince. Vincent, thank you so much. Appreciate your support. Really means a lot, and best of luck to your Phillies the rest of the season. And can't wait to face you guys again down the line. Giants will rebound tomorrow. Welcome in Sebastian Dispo to the post-game show. Great to see you here as always, Sebastian, and really excited for you going to the game on Saturday. Your presence is going to be felt at the ballpark. You are going to be bringing the energy for the Giants, and we are going to be picking up that win on Saturday. So let's do it. And let's start it out with a nice win to start out that 4-game series. And so Robert is taking Darren Ruff as his pick of the game. I love it. The former Philadelphia Philly does get some revenge as he comes up with a big 3-run blast in the top of the 7th to tie the game up at 4. And and then Dickerson would give the Giants the lead. And so we thought that home run for Ruff, it was so huge in this game. I love it. Tremendous pick. And it was Ruff's 3rd home run of the season. He has been such a great bat. And, I love the at-bats he gave us last year. And, I think he can also, play a little bit of first base. We have seen him, and he's played in the outfield. So Darren Ruff has been a great bat to have that you can pencil him in there if certain days that, guys are getting days off. While Tuff removes. So we are going. So all I'm saying is don't when the Giants. So all we have, but I see. I'm definitely that. I don't do any of that. But to me, the Giants are going to make the playoffs. It will be made as a wild card. They have looked, very good early on in the season. And they still haven't even shown the best of how good this team can be. The offense, as we've talked, has not been the best, but they have been starting to pick it up here. All year they've been hitting home runs, and now the last 2 games, starting to string together more hits. And so it's going to happen. It will happen. And for my pick of the game, I am going to take, let's see. I was going to go with Darren Ruff, Robert, but you got me there. So I love it though. But I'm going to go with Flores. Multi-hit game. He's got his average now up to 206. And Flores, of course, had the big 3-run home run in yesterday's game. So huge. And with Solano battling a right calf strain, Flores, I think you'll see him get some starts there at second base. And so, I'm taking Flores. And I think it's so key that, for Flores to start getting it going. And I think with the last two games, that was huge for Flores. And so yeah, it's going to be awesome. Yep, Giants are a very scary team. The rest of the league, they are going to find out as the season continues to wear on. Giants will keep on playing these incredible baseball games and keep on winning. And so we are going to make it happen. Do you prefer high scoring games or a pitching duel? Oh man, love it. Great question here from Robert. Yeah, I like both types of games. And so there's kind of pros and cons to both. And so, for me, what I'll say about if I had to pick one or the other, I think I would have to say pitching duel. And, I say that because I think, pitching duel, it's a very tight ball game. And sometimes in those games, one mistake could be all it takes, to decide the game and for that to be the difference maker in the game. And so, a pitching duel, doesn't get any better than that. And it really magnifies every play in a game. Because in a pitching duel, every single 90 feet is critical, whether it's stolen bases or whether you're moving runners over or you're, scoring runs with less than 2 outs, having those situational at-bats to those runs. And so everything is magnified in a pitcher's duel. And so now from the high scoring, I love offense. Don't get me wrong, though. I love offense, and I definitely easily could have went high scoring games on this question. And with the high scoring games, if we're talking about from both sides, those can be some very emotional games. The game in Miami is a good example with the Giants last Saturday. That was a back and forth and nail biter game, high scoring game. And it was tough. We went to extras and we lost in the 10th inning. And so, always fun when you can see different types of games in baseball, whether it's a high scoring game or a pitcher's duel. Do you want the DH in the National League? In my opinion, no, I don't like the DH at all in the National League. To me, I think that, you should leave baseball the way that has been in the National League with the pitchers hitting. And I get the argument that, the DH would help protect pitchers, because you don't want them getting hurt. I totally understand that argument from, the DH and stuff. But pitchers have always been hitting, and that's always been, a huge strategy part of the game. Because if you have a good hitting pitcher, then that can help your team. And we saw that with Madison Bumgarner for so many years, his ability to hit home runs. And so, to me, I hope that they get it back to the way that it's always been, which is, the DH. The DH not being a part of the National League and the pitchers hitting. Appreciate that thought, Robert. Awesome. And before we wrap up, we will take a look at the pitching probables for tomorrow's game. Let's see. I got it pulled up. So Aaron Sanchez will be getting the start, the right-hander. He is 0-1 with a 2.45 ERA this year. Sanchez has been exceptional with 12 strikeouts, and he will be opposing Daniel Castano of the Marlins, who is 0-0 with a 1.80 ERA. So should be a fun one. The Giants are returning home for a 4-game series with the Miami Marlins. And if you haven't done so, let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm and let's smash up that like button, everybody. Thank you so much. That really helps out the channel big time, and it really means a lot to me. This helps the channel grow, and this lets YouTube know that this video is relevant. And so then YouTube can recommend this video to as many Giants fans and baseball fans out there. So it really means a lot, everyone. And I can't thank you enough for all your amazing support. I would not be here without all of you. And you guys give me the energy to do these shows each and every day. And I love it. Always love talking baseball with all of you here, and just such an awesome time. And if you haven't done so, definitely consider subscribing to the channel so you can be updated on when we're going live for Giants post-game shows. We'll be bringing free agent signings, breakdowns, trade breakdowns. And so all things Giants, we have got you covered here on the SF Bay Area Sports Talk channel. And make sure to have that notifications bell turned on, because otherwise, if you don't, YouTube will decide what videos to recommend to you. So yeah, very important to have that notification bell. Thank you so much, everybody, for that. Yeah, well, before we end here, we got a nice last question here from Robert. From what you have observed so far from the Giants, how would you evaluate them? Yeah, I like this. Great question. If we are going to give them a grade-wise, I'm going to give them a B minus. I think I give them a B minus. The starting rotation has been so fantastic, like we've talked about. The bullpen has been certainly improved, and the offense, they can definitely pick it up. So, I would give the Giants a B minus so far in evaluating the season. Yeah, I think I would have given them an A. If we hadn't. Or we've had 3 games I think we've blown this year. So yeah, we came very close, I think, for this team to be at an A. They still got a lot of work to improve on. The bats still have got to keep this thing going here the last couple games. And yeah, the bullpen, yeah, we've got to improve. Peralta, gives it up tonight. That was tough there. And so, yeah, I think that's a very solid grade early in the season. A B minus. I mean, to be 11-7, to be in second place, just 3 games back of the Dodgers. So yeah, I'm happy so far with this. How Giants have been playing, and it's very exciting that they can be even better. And so cannot wait for the next game and to see how the season is going to finish out. And so that being said, we are going to be wrapping up here. Thank you again so much, everybody, for all the incredible support. And also I'd like to apologize. I was going to be going on the legend Hum Baby Baseball for the post-game show today, but I did have class, and the rain delay kind of interfered with that, so I apologize for that, but definitely I will be going on Eric's channel. We are rescheduling it to tomorrow's game now, so definitely be sure you're subscribed over to Eric on the Hum Baby Baseball channel, and I'll be there for the post-game show tomorrow, unless otherwise you hear anything or something comes up. Appreciate all the support, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you all next time here on the SF Bay Area Sports Talk channel. Have a great one, everyone. Take care, and go Giants. Woo! Yes, we'll get them next time. Take care, everyone. Have a great